Someone switched up on the person who switched on you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone switched up on the person who switched on you. Yeah, y'all, it happened. And it ain't take long either, right? Oftentimes we think it's gonna take years. No, y'all, it's gonna happen in a few weeks. Yeah, it's gonna happen in a few months, right? I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, it was only a matter of time. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it was only a matter of time. Now, what people fail to realize is that you can't leave a relationship. You can't just leave a marriage. You can't just ditch your job, right? A friendship, a friend group, whatever the case is, and expect that same loyalty in a matter of weeks, days, okay? You can't expect to leave that marriage and think that the people that you're dating in this wicked world is going to be just as loyal as your husband or your wife was. No matter how messed up they was, you ain't finna get that same treatment, right? You may think that, oh, I'm gonna go to another job and they gonna appreciate my talents, they gonna appreciate my gift. It ain't gonna happen like that because they don't even know you. It takes years to build trust, all right? It takes some time. Now, you may have a connection. I won't take away from that, okay? Some people have a connection the first day, but it's nothing solid, right? At this point, it's all about attraction, the way a person make you feel, the way they look to you, how they smell, just small little things that connects to how attracted you are to a person, right? And that's needed. However, it don't mean you love them. It don't mean you're going to die for them. It don't mean you willing to fight for them. It just means I really like you. So I'm going to put up with certain things. I'm willing to work with you and work through certain things with you, okay? But it's nothing solid. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I only want it if it's solid. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I only want it if it's solid. And that's real, y'all. See, what I'm trying to express to you is exactly what we see in the jungle. So in the jungle, you have the lion, right? It's not too many animals that's going to kill the lion. I mean, unless you're talking about a rattlesnake or a black mamba, okay? But typically, the lion is at the top of the food chain. The lion is at the top of the jungle. And so you have the lion that's chasing the gazelle, right? Then you got the gazelle that's chasing grass. And the grass being chased by the gazelle. Reno, what are you saying right now? See, all of them have something in common. The lion is running from hungry, starvation, death. The gazelle is running from the lion who can bring starvation, death, hunger onto him, or straight up just kill him. And then the grass is, hey man, I'm a part of the cycle of life. I don't want to be eaten, but hey, it has to happen. The point is, y'all, is this right here. When it comes to people switching up on you, it's gonna be somebody else who switch up on them. And then the person who switched up on them is gonna meet somebody else who switch up on them. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It's a cycle, all right? It's a cycle that has to happen, just like in the jungle. I hope that makes sense to you. But we're gonna go ahead and get directly into this video, all right? As y'all can see, it's getting a little dark out here. I had to get that word in today. I didn't care about nothing. I said, man, I'm gonna do this video, but I got to get the word in. So I did that. And here we are, y'all. You probably see street lights on. The video may get a little dark in certain spaces. Fall is falling. Leaves are falling. The waterfalls is falling in the back. People walking around, and it's a little cool out here. But so be it, y'all. We're gonna get right into it. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into it, y'all. Number one, the first reason why the person who switched up on you got switched up on is because of this. No loyalty, right? No loyalty. See, family, when a person know that you switched up on your wife, you switched up on your husband, you switched up on your friends, you switched up on people you so-called love, listen, y'all, they're never going to have a loyalty for you, all right? And the reason why that is because they know that you're not loyal. See, it's only loyal to a standpoint of convenience. I'm only loyal to the convenience of you. I'm only loyal to what you can do for me. I'm only loyal to the money I get, right? You take, for instance, a woman who's dealing with a man she is totally unattracted to. She's dealing with a man who can't please her anyway, but the only thing he can do is share his wallet. Well, guess what? He's only as good as what he can do for her financially. That woman don't really care about him. That woman don't really want him. Therefore, it don't matter what you look like, what you can do outside of finances, how good of a person you are, how good your heart is. Your need for me and my need for you is finances, baby. Yeah, it's finances. So with that being said, I have no loyalty to you. I'm loyal to your bank account. I'm loyal to your finances. I'm loyal to your wallet. And that's the same reason why the person who switched up on you got switched up on. Because the person knew that they didn't have no loyalty. What do I look like? Treating you as if you are my best friend when you just switched up on your best friend. What made me so different? Nothing. Therefore, they're going to treat you like nothing in the long run. There's no loyalty. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2 is going to be this right here, family. It was a transactional relationship, all right? It was a transactional relationship. We see this a lot, y'all, with friends with benefits, okay? Friends with benefits. That's a transactional relationship. Anytime a person is only around you for what you can do for them sexually, anytime a person is only smiling, skinning, and grinning whenever they are in your body or whenever they're on top of you or whenever they can just get something from you sexually, it lets you know that it's a transactional relationship. If y'all are only talking about drama and gossip with one another, that's a transactional relationship. Reno, what are transactional relationships? It's just like when you go to the store. Anytime you pick up an item, a product, or order a service, you have to give them what we call currency, money, revenue for it. All right? It's all transactional. You can't get anything unless you buy. All right? No burger, no buy. No purse, no buy. No anything, no buy. You cannot get anything out of the store if you're not willing to purchase or buy it. Does that make sense? Same thing with certain relationships. We can't have a conversation unless it is transactional. All right? I can't hang with you unless it's transactional. I can't build with you. I can't do anything with you unless I am getting something out of it. Meaning, you got to pay for my time. You got to pay for my love. One of the best examples that we've seen through movies is Love Don't Cost a Thing. That was a transactional relationship. For him to get famous throughout the school, right, locally famous, and gain popularity, get girls, and be looked at as a cool guy, he had to pay $800 to $1,500. It was something like that, y'all. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But he had to pay about $1,500, right? That was transactional. It wasn't built off of real love. Now, of course, y'all, the movie's gonna make it seem like she finally fell in love with him and she was falling for him as she was making him over and she realized how great he was. But in real life, y'all, it don't typically work like that, okay? How you get a person is how you gonna lose them. If you got a person by giving them money, the moment you stop giving them money, you're gonna lose that person. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Somebody drop in the comments also and say it was never real. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it was never real. All right? Number 3, it's going to be this right here, y'all. What they want came by. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, what they want came by. Yeah, whatever they wanted, y'all, it actually came through. That goes back to what I was telling you about placeholders. So a lot of times, men deal with women who are only placeholders, and women deal with men who are only placeholders. What this means is, you get me by, right? You make me happy for the meantime. You make me feel comfortable. You give me love. You give me sex. You give me money. You get me through the day. And that's something that I need. That's something that's valuable to me. I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. What I want you to understand is this right here. Whenever that thing come by, yeah, they're going to throw you away like a piece of trash. That's why the person who switched up on you got thrown away, because they were never what that person really wanted. See, family, you can get people at a certain time. You can catch people in a vulnerable moment, right? This right here is very similar, but not head on. But I'm gonna say it like this: if y'all know anything about Chris Brown, y'all know that Kevin McCall used to write for Chris Brown, right? He wrote a good bit of his records, not all, but a good bit. And so, one thing that Kevin McCall said was, "I don't think I would have ever got close to Chris Brown had I did not catch him in a vulnerable moment," right? He caught him in a vulnerable moment, which allowed him to be able to get close to him in the studio, because it was like, man, you a good time, you a good vibe. I just appreciate being around regular people. Bam. Now we're able to do business, but we can do it genuinely because, excuse me, y'all, you are vulnerable, right? And so what I'm saying is that sometimes, y'all, people can catch other people at vulnerable moments. You can catch them in a vulnerable time. When if they was in a position of strength and power, they would have never talked to them. They would have never had a conversation, right? That's why when you see certain guys who have the most beautiful women in the world, you ain't get her just because you got her at a vulnerable moment, right? Same thing with a woman. Whenever you see a woman with a extremely handsome and powerful and financially stable man, you ain't catch him there. Yeah, you caught him when he was, building up cardboard boxes. And it's not even to say it's a bad thing all the time, right? Not all the time. But the point still remains. Whenever you catch a person in a vulnerable state, you have a better chance. And so what happened was, y'all, when that person gained strength, when that person was no longer vulnerable, when that person was no longer hurt, and when that person was no longer weak, yeah, they found the strength to leave and go to where they really wanted to be at. That makes sense, y'all? Some people only get people over the hump, right? That's why you got to be careful when you trauma bond with people. You got to be careful when you're dealing with people who are only transactional. You got to be careful when you're dealing with people who only have toxic things in common with you. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Because whenever they heal, now they're looking for what's real. Yeah. Number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. They never trusted them, okay? They never trusted them. This kind of goes right back to the loyalty thing. If you take a man who was, dealing with a mistress, right? And that mistress fell in love with him, or she liked him, or whatever the case was, it was fun, it was a thrill. If he actually leave his wife for her, that woman is going to, it always happens, she's going to come to her senses, and at some point she's going to go to where she really trusts a man at. She's going to really go to where she feel that's home at. She's going to really go to where she feel that she can build something at, right? If you got, and this is mainly with women, actually, it's really mainly on the opposite side, but I believe it still goes for both ways, right? What I'm trying to say is that if you got with a man by him cheating on his wife, you don't think he's going to be in the back of her mind like, okay, if you make me your wife, how I know you ain't going to cheat on me? Okay? Same thing with a woman dealing with a man. If you've been cheating on your man this whole time, how do I know you ain't going to do it to me? Right? I must be the golden chosen one. Yeah, I'm just the golden treasure. The me lucky coin. No. This is a character flaw. This is who you are. And you do this with people that you like. You do this with people who you are infatuated with. You do this with people who give you a temporary feeling, right? But the moment it becomes real, you bow out. You back out. And so long story short, y'all, this is what happened to them. This is why that person who switched up on you got switched up on by somebody else. Because that person never trusted them, right? That person seen what they were capable of to people who they loved and known for years. What make me any different? That's all I'm saying, y'all. Number 5 is going to be this right here. Love was never involved. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Love was never involved, okay? When I say love, think about unconditional love. Think about the love that your mom have for you, your dad have for you. family. Think about that type of love, right? And when you think about their love, think about the things they put up with from certain family members. This is a real thing. Think about what they allow. Think about the things you've allowed from certain family members. You know why? Because you love them. I will allow you to sleep on the couch at my house, even though I know I don't even have no more space. I will allow you to sleep, in one of the bedrooms, even though I know I got a man. And it's not to say I can't trust my man, but we are all human beings. Anything can happen. I will allow you to get money from me, even though I know you won't pay me back like last time. And the list goes on. You will feed people who take that same mouth you're feeding, and they'll go over there and talk about you like a dog to somebody else. I already know, y'all. I've been there. What I want you to understand is that when love is involved, it's certain things that you are willing to work through and go through when it comes to certain people that you care about. The reason why they were able to switch up on them that easy, yeah, it's because love was never involved. That goes back to what I was trying to tell y'all earlier. You're not going to get a person to love you like like this is your mama, like this was your wife or your husband. Okay, in a matter of 5 weeks, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, they can care for you. Yeah, they can have a feeling for you or some type of connection with you. But typically, people don't get attached, in a matter of weeks. It takes months. Like, I'm talking about 9 plus, basically about a year. Yeah, about a year plus for people to start, crossing that line of I'm getting attached to you. I'm starting to like you. I'm starting to love you. I'm starting to care about you. Stuff like that, right? But the point is, y'all, is that this is why that particular person who switched up on you got switched up on by somebody else. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. As y'all can see, it's getting extremely dark out here. But as I promised y'all, another banger delivered. Okay, y'all can see what's going on. The sun is setting. Y'all literally can see in real time. So I'll do this recap and then we'll get up out of here. So number 1, y'all, no loyalty, okay? Number 2, it was a transactional relationship. Number 3, what they want came along. It came by. Number 4, they never trusted them. And number 5, y'all, love was never involved. Yeah, y'all. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all get ready for this music that's about to drop. Y'all be sure to go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Join the membership. Go meet your tribe. Y'all can book a one-on-one session with your boy. Be sure to get one of those books and get you a Yes Sir hoodie. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.